You are who you are when you are mindful. Welcome to my TED Talk. When you're mindful and in the flow of the present moment, you aren't overthinking. You are just existing. I think this is the real you. For example, I would say the real me is when I'm enjoying myself, talking to others, exercising, and in the flow of a creative project. That's when I'm mindful of the present moment. If you saw me during that time, you would think that I was a happy, positive, social, confident guy, which honestly I do believe I am. If you saw me whilst I was deep in thought, you would have a completely different opinion of who I was. When I'm not mindful, I'm sometimes overthinking. I'm negative, critical. Sometimes I'm terrified of other people, feeling like I'm in danger. But that's not me, that's just the thoughts that I have. If I held my thoughts as my identity, which I have done sometimes, I wouldn't be as happy. But think about it, our thoughts cannot define us because otherwise we would all be in prison. We all have some weird, messed up thoughts sometimes. I think that's because of the amount of information our brain has processed. All of the things we have seen and heard and read in our entire lives are stored in there. And of course, over the years, we have seen some messed up negative things. So obviously, we are going to think about that and have some of those thoughts. But we are not our thoughts. We are who we are when we are mindful. Being mindful just means concentrating on the present moment. Sometimes it feels that you are actually putting in effort to concentrate on the present moment, and other times it just comes naturally. For me, it comes naturally when I'm with other people. I'm often an overthinker when I'm by myself, and that honestly has created some massive problems for me. Massive problems. The only time I have truly felt depressed was when I was associating myself with my thoughts. It was only when I read that your thoughts do not define you that it all changed, it all made sense. Of course your thoughts don't define you. What defines you is who you actually are. What are the core values that you stick to? Who are the people that you love? Who are the people that love you? That's who we are. Quick note, I highly recommend taking the time to sit down and identifying your core values. It feels weird to say it out loud or to write it down, but once you do that, it's like it's real. Here are my core values that I identified a few months ago. And honestly, I instantly felt better. I have never seen more of an instant boost to my happiness and life direction than when I identified these core values. Not just thinking about them in my head, but really writing them down. 10 minutes and it was like I was a new person with a new set of guidelines to help me navigate through the choices of life. Take care.